To install RapidMiner, make sure you have unlimited data after following the instructions inside this link. And after you install RapidMiner, you want to make sure you really have the unlimited data access and that you're gonna organize your project in a way, easy way that you always can find the materials you're gonna work with. Okay, so let us start with that. So you install RapidMiner and you have it either under your start menu, under letter R. Since it's RapidMiner, if you click on the folder, you should see the icon of RapidMiner Studio. I pinned it to my start. Also, you can move it to the taskbar. This is what I did, so you can have it available for you. So let me open the RapidMiner as first time you see the software. My version of that software is in 9.1. Periodically on your personal computer you will get some updates if the version was updated, so accept the update. Not a lot of big changes happens when the update takes place, but it's okay to have it handy. You get this welcome to RapidMiner Studio at the beginning every time you access RapidMiner. In the time being, I'm gonna close it, but it has really good information and I'm gonna talk about them in the middle of the semester. Okay, so as you can see, RapidMiner has many multiple windows, and I really don't want you to get lost between all these windows. And sometimes by accident you might click X on one window and disappears, and then you don't know where that window is. So if that happens to you, always it might happen. You might minimize, you might did this, you don't know what happened to the RapidMiner, and you moved stuff around and you don't like the way it is, especially if you are following my instructions, you don't see that your software looks similar to mine. So always there is a very easy way to reset your RapidMiner software to the default setting by doing the following. Click on the view on top of the menu bar and click on restore default view, and here we go. We are back to where we were at the beginning when we started RapidMiner. In the time being, you imagine that this area in the middle where it says your process looks empty, add some data first, drag data or operators here. This is like a canvas. This is where we're gonna paint our work. This is where your creativity is gonna take place and you're gonna create a lot of interesting projects and models during this semester in this area. Okay, so first of all, as I said, we need to organize our stuff, and to start doing this we have to get acquainted with some of those windows over here to understand what's going on. At the bottom there is something called active wisdom of crowd, which is really interesting idea, and since you want to maximize as much as you could to work in the middle, so I'm gonna click on it and explain to you briefly what it is. When you click on that, yes, activate recommendation. What happens every time that you are dragging some information from the left side, you're creating our models, you get some recommendations from other students who did some similar model like yours, and they are telling you which one of those models are the most popular or the most accurate. So it's handy to keep it activated. Okay, so that's in the time being. I will talk more about it during the semester. On the left side hand, you have two windows. The one says repository. This is where all your projects gonna take place. So every time you access your RapidMiner software, your projects should be located in this left area under the window that says repository. Imagine repository is a folder inside RapidMiner in which you organize your application in it. Okay. at the bottom there's something called operators. The operators, those are the stuff that we're gonna use to create models, and you have plenty of them, like data access, blending, cleaning and modeling, scoring, validation, plenty, and you can even add more extensions to those. Again, we're gonna talk more about that during the semester. The time being, so we know now this white area where it says processes, this is where all the processes that you're gonna use during the semester are gonna be located. On the left hand side, the upper one, the repository, all your projects gonna be in this area. Operators, those are built-in models inside RapidMiner. We're gonna use them during the semester. On the right side now, every time you click on some type of those operators, let's say I'm dragging this one here, you can see how this window changed. So this parameters area changed with respond to what kind of operator you dragged from the left menu to the middle. So I'm gonna right click on this operator I dragged and I'm just gonna delete it, okay? So as you can see, the parameter changed again because we have nothing here. What else? Let's say you want to bring file as an Excel file. So all you have to do, either you double click the operator and will be inside the window, okay? And I'm gonna right click delete, that's one option. Or you can just drag and drop, just drag it and drop it on your white window, so you will have it in the middle. And again, this is the same concept. When you bring the read Excel, the parameters change here to allow you to import an Excel file into RapidMiner. So as you can see, all this information here under the parameters changed according to the type of the operator I am bringing. For example, if I wanted to bring let's say from here there is a Twitter, let's say search a Twitter account. See, I have different type of parameters. This is related to the connection to Twitter, and we're gonna see that during the semester, how we can bring all the tweets from our account in Twitter account and analyze the text from this data, how we can do sentiment analysis, which is amazing. So we're gonna see all those stuff. Again, the whole idea is this is a very introduction to show you how you organize your work with RapidMiner. Again, I'm gonna delete those two. You can select them both, you know, as you do usually if you are using any type of like PowerPoint presentation, how you can drag images together and delete them at the same time. You can do the same with RapidMiner. So you can now either click the delete on your keyboard, so we'll delete it, or right click and click the delete, okay? Very easy. So we finished this third window over here. The last one here is the help, which is every time I bring an operator here, it's gonna change accordingly, and you get more information. So for the search Twitter, you get automatically help for that specific operator, and you can scroll down and get some descriptions, tells you exactly what it does. So if you forgot what I showed you during the semester about one of those operators, always is easy to go to the help and look at all these descriptions about that specific operator. And sometimes you get examples also. You can click on them and see how it works automatically. Okay? So let me right click, show you another option, and just delete. So far, that's the windows I see here in this software. From the up we have the menu. We didn't talk that much about the menu because we can drag and drop more than just clicking like Excel and searching for stuff. It's much easier to drag and drop in this software. Something very handy to mention here, you have this middle view, which is really important. You have the design view and the results view. Those are the two views we're gonna use during this semester. So focus on that. The design view, this is where you design your models. The results view is where you see the results of your model. And I'm gonna mention them a lot of the time, so you don't have to worry about it in the time being. Okay, now that we know a little bit about our RapidMiner interface, let us now start creating a project. So bear in mind that whenever you create a project, like when you do with Excel, you need to know where you're gonna save that project. So when you decide to save an Excel file on desktop, you know exactly where you're gonna put that file. Here is exactly the same. You need not only to organize the stuff inside your RapidMiner, but also you have to organize the stuff on your desktop or on your hard drive to know how to open them if you close them. You know, to be able to search for those applications, to be able to send an email with those applications if needed. Okay. The concept of organizing your project in the repository is closely related to, let's say, in PowerPoint presentation, how you have all those pages on the left side. So let me open PowerPoint presentation. Make it easy on you. Okay, so let's say I open this PowerPoint presentation. I have more than one page, but when I am going to save that PowerPoint presentation, I'm going to save it as a one file, let's say called presentation1.ppptx, which is the new extension of PowerPoint. So I know that when I open it, I'm going to have all those slides of my PowerPoint presentation inside the folder, and I don't have to worry about each one of them. However, if I have multiple types of PowerPoint nested with each other, I need to know where is each one of them. And usually in your desktop, you organize folder inside folder to make your life easier, just to know how to distinguish those projects you are working on. So the same concept goes over here in RapidMiner. So first of all, we need to tell RapidMiner where my project is gonna be saved. So I'm gonna go to my desktop, okay? And it's up to you, of course, how you wanna organize your stuff. Let's say I want to organize all my project during the semester in a folder on the desktop, and I'm gonna call this folder repository BDN 420, for example. Okay, and let me see how I named it for you so you don't get lost when you read the instruction about how to start working with RapidMiner. So I named it. I say, okay, create a folder BDN 420 repository. So let us use the same naming just to be consistent. Okay, right click on desktop. I want to create a folder now, and I will name that folder BDN 420 repository. Okay, so of course this folder now is empty. We don't have anything, we didn't add any document in that folder. So this is the location where all your projects gonna be available for you in future. Okay, now if I want to start working with this project, okay, I need data, of course. So let us get an Excel file. So let me open Excel for the time being. Just as an example, as I said, this is just for you to organize your data. So I'm going to open Excel and just see if I have a file. Let's say here I have something called books. Again, this is just an example to show you how we can organize some stuff. Okay, so I have this folder that has some type of information. This time it's just calendar, which is really would not be very helpful. Okay, bear with me. This is an Excel file called books. I'm gonna save it inside that folder. So save a copy. And I'm gonna browse my desktop. into the BDN420 repository. This is my file. I'm gonna say save. And I have now this file is saved inside my repository. So assume we have a data, and that data is an Excel file type of data. It could be any type of data. And we are going now to use this data in our project. Okay? Now, we have the repository. You might decide to create for each project a folder. So it's up to you. For the time being, let's make it easy. Let's keep this one the way it is, and let us go back to RapidMiner. Okay, so now in RapidMiner, I have to do something similar. I have to tell RapidMiner, you're gonna create a folder inside RapidMiner equivalent to that folder available on the desktop. And from now on, every time I'm running RapidMiner, save my work inside that folder. So from here, from where it says repository, as you can see the arrow down over here, I am gonna create a repository. And that repository is a new local repository. We're not gonna use any server, a very easy repository. And I'm gonna give that repository the same name. Okay, it doesn't have to, but just make it easier on ourselves. Okay, BDN 420 repository. Okay, here is very important, and check the check mark about use standard location. We don't want that. We want to save it inside the folder we just created on desktop. So all we are saying, the alias name, so this is an alias, this is just a pointer that's gonna be inside RapidMiner that is pointing to a folder on the desktop. So I don't want the default location that RapidMiner uses, and I don't know where it is exactly. I wanna put it in a location I just created. So we're gonna click on the yellow folder. You're gonna search for that folder you just created on desktop, which is the BDN 420 repository. That's it, and you're gonna say open. Okay, so all we are doing here, we are creating a pointer as an alias name for a folder is gonna have a name, BDN 420 repository. You're gonna see it on the left side here. Sorry. And that folder, whenever I am saving data or applications or operators, is gonna be located on inside a folder that is available on desktop. And finish. So what happened at that moment, immediately you should see the folder alias that we created. Okay, I'll let you minimize this a little bit. And inside the BDN repository, you start to see a new pointer or alias called with the same name .properties. This is the connection between the folder that physically exists on your hard disk and the application you are using inside RapidMiner. That is really, really important. Okay? So from now on, from this location, like it looks like a monitor, I know that my folder on the desktop, okay, so let's go back here. I know that on the desktop, I have an Excel file called book.xlsx, an Excel data. However, RapidMiner, for some reason, is not seeing that file over here. And always will be the case. You will have to tell RapidMiner, pay attention, there is a data there, and please list this data, show us this data inside this alias. How we can do that? We can do that while you are on the repository on the left side. You click on import data. You search for that books.xl data. You're gonna click on my computer. you're gonna go to your desktop, to your repository, and here is the data. I'm gonna say next. See, it saw the data and saw some type of information inside it. Some of it, like it was a calendar, it doesn't matter, just we brought the data. I'm just showing you the techniques. Make sure it is, don't switch the type of repository, it's still under BDN 420 repository, correct. Say finish, and now the information in that Excel file came to RapidMiner and it's available for you to use it. The moment you bring data into RapidMiner, as you can see, it shows me here repository. Just turn to the right side and it shows me that there is a data called book available under the repository. So every time you bring data, automatically RapidMiner changes the perspective from design to results. It shows you the results of bringing data into the RapidMiner interface. So to go back to our first screen, all you have to do is to click on design. Okay, so here we are, the same place we were before. Here's our repository that we linked it to desktop, and here is the data that we have inside our folder. You can now bring the data inside your repository. You can retrieve the data. You can link the output of this data to the results. That's what we do from now on. And it's telling you this is the data that you have. You are ready now to make any type of modeling techniques on this data. Very important to repeat these steps. And these steps gonna be used in every time we are creating a new project during the semester. So make sure that you know how to create an alias and how to bring or import data into RapidMiner. Okay, that's it. That's all it takes to create a repository inside RapidMiner. Now, beside the repository, I need to save my project. Let's say this is all my project during this semester. You need to save this project. And the term of saving the project in RapidMiner is saving a process. Equivalent. When you say I have a process which might have many operators, that means I'm having a project in a RapidMiner. So to be able to save the project, click on your repository with your left mouse pointer, right click with your mouse and say or click on store process here, which means I want to store my process, my project inside the repository folder. Just click on it and I will name this process retrieve Excel data. That's all. Retrieve Excel data and say OK. So now you have data, you have a process. When you save that process as a retrieve Excel data, it has some icon that looks like cylinders inside the cylinder. If you move your RapidMiner, you will see now more informations were populated inside that folder. And that specific project called retrieve Excel data.rmp RapidMiner process. So that's what we have done so far. All I have done, we brought data into RapidMiner. Of course, we created repository first and we saved the process inside that repository. Now, let's say you close RapidMiner completely, either from File, Exit, okay, or you clicked on the X. And now, second day, you wanted to start your project one more time. All you have to do is click on Retrieve Excel Data Mining. It didn't recognize it in the time being. I would say, okay, I'm gonna tell you which project is this. I have a project called RapidMiner. So you can look for the RapidMiner inside your computer. Okay, here it is. You should see the icon RapidMiner Studio.execute. Say open it. See, it has an icon now that is recognizable that this is a RapidMiner. From now on, always RapidMiner on your personal computer will know that every time there is a file with extension RMP, it knows that this is a RapidMiner. Like how when you have a file with Excel, XLSX, it knows automatically that it's gonna open the Excel, Microsoft Excel. Exactly similar with RapidMiner. Okay, so okay, it opened RapidMiner. Here's the RapidMiner. So now click on the left side. You should see your information you left before. Double click retrieve Excel data, and here we go. We have our data the way we left it when we closed RapidMiner. Another way to open your last project, you might not, if you had a problem with the way to open it in this way, you can always go back to RapidMiner. So I closed now RapidMiner as you saw. I'm gonna click on RapidMiner Studio, open it, and you should always see your repository available on the left side, and you should see the data inside it and the process. So this is our way of communicating. So I'm gonna close this welcome window as we said before. We're gonna close this. We're not gonna use it. On the left side, you have your repository and you have your process available for you. Next video, we're gonna start with our real data that we're gonna process during this semester. That's for now, and enjoy playing with RapidMiner.